enjoying a University of Louisville basketball game here at Freedom Hall.
Get your pom-pom girl or cheerleader, David. You know, one of the things about this game that amazes me, all of a sudden I'm thinking, the lack of fouls. There not as many. There were not as many fouls as there ordinarily are in a game. I don't care what kind of a game it could be.
Only been 8 fouls between the two teams here tonight. Now we'll start the second half. 39-32 Louisville. Louisville's averaging 83 points a game, and Cleveland State 84.9. So both teams may be a little off the mark on scoring average for the year. Now Bradford Smith, James Brewer in the backcourt, Troy Smith in the pivot, Everett Sullivan and Holden are the forwards. Same lineup that started. Everett Sullivan comes out shooting.
Comes off of a good double pick set up by Smith and Holden. That was a well-run, executed play.
Everett Sullivan going for the steal out here at midcourt. And it looks like that'll be foul number 2 on Everett Sullivan, and that Louisville has certainly picked up the defensive pressure here early in the second half.
Well, they have to do that. This is their game. Since they put in the pressure defense in the last 3 games, they have played exceedingly well. And I think one thing about the press, David, is that you can't come down to the floor and patty cake the ball. You have to earn everything. You have to earn the pass. You have to earn the shot. Right now, they're making Cleveland State really work.
This is Gibbons working inside, and Holden may have gotten a piece of that one. And Fergus puts it back up. That's 10 points now for Fergus.
It was one of those situations where the ball bounced just properly and just correctly for him, and he got it and put it back in. We had 2 chances at it, but we couldn't hang on to the ball.
Well, we've traded baskets here in the first minute of the second half. 7-point advantage for Louisville. Bradford gets it into Holden. And Cornelius Holden is into double figures now with 11.
Well, he just got the ball in low post position, made a head and shoulder fake, and then turned. And he was so much taller than the man regarding him that he had no chance not to shoot the ball.
And that was a good feed inside to Gibbons.
Again, that comes from a defensive mistake. You're switching. You forget to follow, cover up.
They continue to trade baskets, and it's 43-36 Louisville lead. Holden goes up and over the 7-footer. And Gibbons loses it out of bounds. But they're going to give it to Cleveland State.
Looked like it rolled off the Cleveland State player. One of the amazing things, David, so far in this game is it seems to me we haven't taken as many 3-point shots as we did at Western Kentucky the other night.
There's Gibbons. I tell you, Steve Gibbons is playing well.
Everyone backed up under the basket to get the rebound, and they forgot about the one at the circle.
Eric Sullivan lays it in.
Good ball control. Good body control.
9 points for Everett Sullivan. 45-38. Fergus has a little place there where he just sets up and he can pop them in.
Well, he doesn't have to move. He stands out there in the top half of the circle, and they go in. If they can't get the shot, they know that he's going to be there, just like Bradford was there at the right time.
Well, Gibbons fouls LeBradford. So we've got 17:31 to go. It goes by Geese Gibbons. His cousin was Goose, and he fouls LeBradford.
His cousin was a pretty good ball player, David. I'm sure you remember him from his days at UK.
Yeah, I certainly do. LeBradford Smith, 7 points in the first half. Very few free throw opportunities for either team here tonight. As we pointed out, lack of fouls.
Well, Bradford has the finest style of shooting free throws. He just has that ball up there correctly, up high, a little spin on a ball. He doesn't force the ball. He doesn't jump the ball. He probably, and I haven't even seen his stats, he probably leads the team in free throw shooting.
He has not missed one. He's now 15 out of 15 as Holden gets the block, but they say goaltending.
Well, again, you got to look at it from our viewpoint. Let's look at it again. There he goes. Yep. Sorry to say that, but he did block the ball. Look at it from another side. That's even a better shot.
Pretty obvious that it was. So 47-42. It's a 5-point Cardinal lead. 17:08 to play. Everett Sullivan spinning around and off the glass.
Again, a tail end off that famous UCLA play and the guard play. He went in.
Well, the tempo is picking up, and so are the number of fouls that are being called.
Foul is on Holden, number 30, his first.
That's Craig with a long lead pass.
In the game for Louisville, number 44, Tremaine Wingfield.
Looked like Holden got him on the arm.
Yep. Well, there's not much you can do about it when he is that far ahead of you. You can't hope to block it. He's taller. He's already up in the air. Let's just hope that he didn't get the three-point play.
49-42, a 7-point lead. And Wozniak cashes in. He's got 5 points, and as we pointed out, he's averaging 18.5. So far, he has been held well below his average on the season. And now we have a 5-point Louisville lead, 49-44. 16:48 to go in the game.
Well, when the tough going gets tough, the tough get going. And that's what happened to him. But again, we lose a man behind us, gets fouled. They came out of there streaking. I can't believe they came out of there that fast, David.
Well, James Brewer gets the foul. It's once again the Cardinals having trouble getting back on defense, and Cleveland State is coming out of there very fast with it.
What they're doing when they get the ball off the board, they just take off, and it doesn't make any difference whether it's a forward, guard, whoever it is. They just get down the floor, and our kids are down the floor looking around trying to find someone. They forget all about the one that's down there behind them all.
Well, this is Desmond Porter, who hits the first free throw, averaging 8.3, played at Pleasure Ridge Park here in Louisville, 2-time All-State player. He holds the Cleveland State high jump, triple jump, and long jump records. Likes to participate in track. 51-46. Louisville by 5 at 16:37.
And Cleveland State's putting on a little bit of a press. This is going to be interesting now. Oh, there's a block ball.
That one goes out of bounds, and it'll be Louisville's ball under their own basket.
That Curtis kid can jump pretty good, David, on that. He got up in the air good to stop the shot.
That's James Brewer. Now to Everett Sullivan. Brewer with a rebound.
He earned that. That ball bounced on the other side of the basket. He took it, came underneath it with a reverse layup.
And Louisville by 7. That was the halftime lead. Ravel Craig works against Brewer outside. Porter to Gibbons. Wozniak against Troy Smith. Wozniak, a 50% three-point shooter, just dancing around that three-point line. Well, they tried to go inside. That's a travel to Craig. The 5'8" player got trapped up down in the lane.
Well, you know what started all that, David, was the Craig fumbling the ball. That's what started it.
We'll be back in just a minute. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll be coming back to Freedom Hall right after this break.
And I can't remember having seen a U of L ball club that has more explosive speed than this one. But sometimes they're not running in high gear, and then sometimes they just can't seem to get it started. But when they do, just like there, they can score.
That's Tremaine Wingfield, the freshman who has come into the lineup for Louisville, number 44. Picks up that field goal. You're right, they can have those explosive spurts, and they certainly did it against DePaul. They had a couple of those spurts against Western Kentucky.
And they're overdue here. Every time in a ball game, Dave, a team makes a run. And you always hope that your team makes the run and lasts longer than the other team when they make their run. And I think right here is one of the times that we can find out, are the Cardinals going to make a run or what?
Now they're leading at 55-46. Troy Smith smacks it away, but there's a foul on Wingfield.
That's a pretty tough call to make, David. You know, for one reason, first, the guy's in there for longer than 5 seconds. He's got the ball. He puts it down on the floor. He picks it up. He goes up to shoot. That's a lifetime underneath there. I think the officials get so engrossed in the game they forget the time clock in the 3-second lane, and so they just let them go ahead and go through with it.
Well, Gibbons misses the first one. Cleveland State has made 4 out of 6 as a team from the line, and Gibbons goes 1 out of 2. 55-47, Louisville's 8-point lead. 15:07 to go.
And it's been a long time since I can remember a U of L team just only making that many fouls.
Here's Brewer with a
pass.
Well, Wingfield didn't make the shot.
Well, that was a great pass. Wingfield should have just laid it up nice and easy. I tell you what happens. They get too crazy about dunking the ball, and then they get in just a little bit out of position. They won't use the glass or the boards. So it looks very awkward when you miss the ball from a
short distance like that.
Yeah, from a dunking distance.
Well, Louisville cleans the boards, and it is Brewer and Bradford Smith. Nice play by Smith, picking up another assist to give Wingfield the basket.
Well, Bradford went in and just faked it and gave him the ball.
That's an offensive foul against Desmond Porter.
I think that was a good call. I think we can see that. We can see with, all right, here it is. You can see Ironman, Cardinal player stationary. He's falling right back. He didn't reach with his arms to grab anything. Brewer took a tremendous fall on that play.
And LaBradford Smith on the other end of that with another assist, the all-time assist leader career in University of Louisville history. 10-point lead at 14:08 for Louisville. Cardinals with a 3-1 record coming into this game tonight. That was Craig going for the steal, out of bounds, Louisville.
Yeah, but David, you know something? The Cardinals are patient tonight. It's been a long time since I've seen them work the ball around. It seems unfortunate they're not scoring more, but all you have to do is score enough to win. But they're patient. See, they're setting up. They're going to run something. Here goes Bradford Smith off the center. Now we're coming back to the weak side to Brewer, and Brewer's got position on Craig. Bingo.
Goes to Cleveland State.
Well, it was good hustle on the part of the Cards, even though they didn't get the ball.
That was a good point you're making about the patience. They showed that throughout the game.
Yes, I mean, the game is not a run-and-run game. It looks like they're trying to do something, stay with it, and this is what you want in a ball club, to be honest with you. Good ball clubs always get better as the season progresses, and they execute their plays, and they play smarter basketball. And the big thing is, good ball clubs don't beat themselves.
Well, Warseniak with it. Shot clock is at 15 seconds. McGrew. And it is Holden that cleans the board. Brewer all the way.
And when he turns on those afterburners, Dave, look out. I thought when he hit midcourt he was going to go all the way, and he did. But when you get fouled going in for an open shot, we'll take another look at it right here. Here's a rebound by Holden. He throws it out to Brewer. Now Brewer starts off. Now here he is at midcourt. Goodbye. Bingo. And that fellow ran right underneath him.
Well, this will put James Brewer now up on the line at 12:59 in the game, and Louisville's leading 57-47. Brewer's been hitting 50, or rather under 50% from the free throw line. That one is no good. Hit the iron. Brewer averaging 15.5 points a game. You see 4 points tonight and 4 rebounds.
You can't understand sometimes how they can stand out there and miss a free throw, really.
But there's Wingfield.
He came in on the weak side of the Cleveland State player and never saw it. Now here's where the press is paying off, right here.
Brewer with a steal. Sullivan with a nice pass inside. Holden. Cornelius Holden with his 4th point of the second half. And now it's 61-47.
That's when it explodes. This is when Cleveland State will take a timeout.
A 10-point game becomes a 14-point game.
I think
Mike Boyd has not called for the timeout. 12:38 to go.
that the Cardinals are adjusting more now to their defense, to their offense rather.
That's Wingfield going in along with Sullivan, and let's see the foul on Everett Sullivan.
Well, he had him beat, and he had to do that, or you give him the crib shot. Here he goes again. Now, you see he's got him beat, and he goes up and fouls him.
Well, Everett Sullivan with 3 fouls, the most of any Cardinal.
The thing that amazes me, Dave, is they always look at the referee and say, who, me? I didn't do that.
Orzeniak hits another free throw. He has hit 3 out of 4 tonight and has 7 points, still below his 18.5 per game average.
Yeah, but those 2 big boys of theirs have done a lot of damage in there tonight.
Everett Sullivan brings him down, and it turns it over. They've got it back quickly, and Pip Stone is there to save it for Louisville.
What a great save.
But Bradford fouled from behind.
That wasn't a very smart play, David. I mean, Bradford, all he had to do was stop. He had 3 on 2. He could have passed the ball off for a sure basket. He was trying to go all the way to the basket. Here we look at it again now. Now here they throw the ball down. Stone will go down and take it away, which is a great play. Look at that. Doesn't go out of bounds and comes back. Now he gives it to Bradford. Now goodbye, Daddy. He's not going to pass it off.
Louisville puts it in play, 61-48. The whistle down here on the baseline is LaBradford Smith. Limping a little bit coming up off the court, and
I think he's all right, David. I think this comes into a basketball game. Fellow runs hard, gets a cramp, bumps somebody. It takes a little time. Now watch what I'm telling you about them working the ball. There goes Bradford Smith trying to get open. Now they're going back to the other side. Here comes Holden. Boom. Now that's perfection basketball. I mean, that's the kind you draw up on the board, the kind you want them to do all the time.
Pass break, and they blew the layup.
Well, that'll take a lot of starch out of them. When you blow a layup like that, you're not going to be in too big a hurry after that. That's a 6 turnover for Cleveland State.
Well, the turnover will send it the other way to Cleveland State. But right now, Louisville leads at 63-48 with 11 minutes 35 seconds to go. Cardinals.
It's so nice to be on this side of the floor instead of on the other side of the floor where Denny Crum is. But I just can't, I don't know how to say it except that this is the first time I've seen the Cardinals really be patient. They're not in a hurry. They're trying to run their stuff, and it's paying off. Now, Cleveland State's an aggressive ball club, but remember, they practice and they play, and they're going to score some baskets. But there's no way that they're going to beat the Cardinals tonight.
11.5 minutes remain in this game. 63-48 Louisville. Fergus, the 7-foot center, is back in the game. Here's Craig. Misjudged that one off the side of the backboard.
That should have been off to the Cardinals there.
Wow. Well, Wingfield has it stuffed. Battles for the rebound.
That was a good call. That was a good call by the official, to tell you the truth. Wingfield banged the ball off a Cleveland player, and the official was right there on top.
Everett Sullivan. Bradford Smith is once again patiently. The Cardinals go to work.
Now see how they're getting post positions.
Boy, Wingfield can leap. This is Anthony Reed who has it now.
But Reed was afraid to take the shot. Not now, but he was then.
So he gets a 3-point goal. His first points of the game for Anthony Reed. Makes it 63-51. Louisville with a 12-point advantage, 10.5 left. Louisville shooting 54% from the floor tonight, or from the field tonight. And Holden with a nice move inside.
Well, there is a mismatch there, Dave. They switched men, and the small man got on Holden. As soon as they saw that, they got the ball to Holden. All he had to do was turn around, look at the guy in the eye, make one fake, and he was in. You can look a lot for Cleveland State now. They've gone to a 1-4 offense and just keep moving the ball around, trying to get it into their big men, such as there.
Fergus can't hit the follow-up, and
he's had some bad luck.
Uncontested rebound, and the foul here on McGrew against LaBradford Smith. So LaBradford Smith, as McGrew gets his second foul, as we mentioned earlier, has not yet missed a free throw. 15 out of 15 on the year.
But David, as we mentioned before, U of L's offense is primarily designed to post low, and especially if they find a small guard like Craig or McGrew, they're going to get the ball in low. And that time, they got the ball in, but couldn't get the shot off, and he had to get fouled.
Well, with 9:47 to go, that's only the 15th foul.
Number 11 replaces Marvin McGrew, number 30. For Cleveland State.
Kip Stone and James Brewer. Fergus over to Craig. Rafael Craig, number 15, on the break. I think he took steps.
On the last time down the floor, I think Cardinals took too much time trying to get the ball inside here, there, and so on. And the foul.
Well, this will be Louisville now with a 14-point lead at 9:25. Craig makes a stab at the steal on Brewer, dumps it off nice to Cornelius Holden, and Holden now with 19 points in the game.
All right, the Cleveland State player tried to switch over to take Brewer, and there was old Holden wide open. Now you can watch when we go down and we can get the camera just on the inside position.
Well, Fergus makes a basket.
Call by Fergus.
15 points for Fergus.
Now, if we can watch the camera down inside, you'll see that the Cardinal players all trying to post. There's Troy. There's Holden.
Holden has it knocked away, but he regains possession of it. Kip Stone, Derwin Webb, Troy Smith. And that one was blocked back on Kip Stone. So nothing for all of the effort on the scoreboard. 8:40 to go. 67-53. Louisville by 14.
That was a great block by Fergus, David. And he can jump. He can jump better than I thought he could when we first saw him in the warm-ups. U of L runs their out-of-bounds play again. Oh, that's a charge. Nope. Call it a blocking. I'm glad I'm not refereeing again.
Blocking foul will go against 21. That's Anthony Reed. For Cleveland State, you look at their bench where Mike Boyd, their first-year head coach, came in here tonight with a 3-4 record. The victories over Wright State, Allegheny College, and Navy. By far, Louisville's the toughest opponent that this Cleveland State team has met early here in the season. Even though they did lose their opener to Princeton, which is for an Ivy League school, got a pretty good team this year.
Well, don't feel too badly, Dave. Princeton's got to play University of Las Vegas, Nevada soon. And we'll see how they do then.
Well, here is Brewer. And a foul is going to go against Desmond Porter.
Well, this is what we were talking about earlier. When you get down towards the end of the game, you're not as quick, you're a little tired, you start grabbing, and you hang on, and you're not as fresh as you were naturally at the beginning of the ball game. But I am constantly amazed at the way that the Cardinals have been patient. Now, they were not like this against Indiana, and they pressured DePaul to death, and they pressured Western Kentucky to death, except for the last few minutes of play. And now their pressure is just about enough to keep things going, but it's their offense that's getting the job done.
Brewers hit 1 out of 3 from the line as he goes for the second one. 68-53 Louisville.
Nice swing, nice smooth shot there. Now they're watching the pass, but they're forgetting about the deep man.
Brewer has 6 in the game, 16-point lead.
You see, now they've adjusted to everybody has a man on the press. There's no one going to be wide open now. Foul on Troy Smith that time, I believe.
Well, Troy Smith picks up his first foul. So he has played foul-free through a good 2/3 of the game. 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
Well, that goes back to the old saying again. If you're going to foul the guy, get your money's worth. Don't foul him after he makes the basket. And I think if you keep that in mind, you'd be surprised at how many times they don't make them. And if they do make them, they only get 2 instead of 3.
Though Givens having a good night for Cleveland State with 17 points. He's their leading scorer. Holden with 19 is leading Louisville. Bradford Smith with 11 points for the Cardinals. Move inside, 8 minutes now, and Fergus comes up with a steal. And Porter whips it over to Winiski, and it's no good, and the rebound, fighting for it inside, Louisville controls. But it's stolen away by Cleveland State. Nice pass over to Givens.
I cannot believe it. I've never seen that, David, in my life. So many shots to be missed and rebounds.
Well, we've got a timeout on the floor, so we're going to take a timeout and be back to Freedom Hall in just a minute with Louisville leading it by 14.
Finally, Louisville, the show you've waited for, starring Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat live January 4th. Plus, starring BBD.
Take a timeout.